Honored guests, students, parents, and teachers, welcome to the 2013-2014 Young Authors Awards. This year's proceedings is momentous in many ways, as YAA celebrates its 7th year in building the next generation of thinkers and writers. And everyone would like you to meet a very young co-host, 13-year-old Wong Ziling. She is the YAA 2011-2012 Merit Prize winner. Ziling. And I'm Larry Lai.
Good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be your co-host today. Once again, welcome to the Young Author Awards.
This is truly one of the most significant years in the history of the Young Author Awards. We have come together to recognize and honor Asia's newest young thinkers and writers. Before we proceed, let's acknowledge and express our gratitude to our partners and supporters. The Singapore Book Publishers Association, Media Development Authority, National Library Board, National Book Development Council of Singapore, ITE College West, StarHub, and the Tan Chin Tuan Foundation.
Now, what began as a class of 60 young writers from just one cluster has now evolved into Singapore's premier awards for budding writers like myself. The YAA has definitely come a long way in the past few years. This year, a whopping 400 entries from countries as far as Philippines have been received, of which 23 finalists will be announced as the top winners of YAA 2013-2014.
And speaking of winners, Ziling, do you remember the moment when your name was announced back in 2012?
I was overjoyed. To be honest, I didn't think that my story would actually catch someone's eye.
And would that someone be published author and veteran editor, Miss Catherine Khoo?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Everyone, please join us in welcoming the woman behind the vision of building a new library of Asian literature for children, by children. A round of applause for Janus Education's Managing Director, Miss Catherine Khoo.
We cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great joy. So says Mother Teresa. I did not understand what she meant. Now, standing in front of people far greater than me, I realized that if one lives a life of purpose, every little thing one does for someone else makes one happy. And I'm happy. And I have you to thank my dear guests. I'd like to thank Izzati, who showed me strength and resilience. Her lecturers at ITE College West, who were more than just teachers. They went with her all the way. I'd like to thank Darren and the good people at StarHub, who shared a common vision with me to give every child the right to dream and write. I did my Young Author Scheme in Manila last year, and I'm hopeful I could go further. Israel, Hong Kong, Iceland. The Tan Chin Tuan Foundation collaborated with Janus Education on the Writing Buddies project, giving opportunities to disadvantaged kids to create works of their own. I thank Sue In and her team for believing in them. This sounds like an acceptance speech. Oh yes, in my 7 years organizing this award, this is the first time I've written a speech, and well, I shall continue since I've written it. I feel so damn good having a great team. Raymond, my editor now, who's manning the control room. Natalia, who set everything in order. Melissa, who balances the books for me. Godwin, where's Godwin? Godwin, he's godsend. Quiet but very organized. And my creative educators, Park, Chenny, Putri, and Lilin. Okay, and yes, where's the man that drives me everywhere? My husband, okay, who basically, although he refuses to admit it, he believes in my vision, right? And please give them a round of applause. That's the good thing about iPads, huh? Okay, you, my young authors, thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. Someday, somewhere, I hope to nurture a Booker Prize winner, then I shall die happy. Which leaves me now to invite a lady. Oh yes, before I forget, I also want to thank my host, Zilin, whom we've met. She is only 13 and she comes from the YAA 2011-2012 and she really is a great joy to work with. And Mr. Larry Lai, whom I'm sure quite a few of you know, right? He used to basically be very, very happening in the 60s, 70s, right? Now he's retired, okay? Very happy grandfather. Okay, I managed to pull him out of retirement. So thank you, Larry, and thank you, Ziling. Which leaves me now to invite a lady I respect greatly, former president of the Singapore Book Publishers Association, and at 70, am I right? 70? Starting our own publishing consultancy. Trina, you did it your way. Everyone, a round of applause for Mrs. Trina Ong.
Good morning, everybody. I usually prefer to use wireless mic so I can sort of be out there and not hide behind a rostrum, but at least I can look at my notes here. Thank you, Catherine, for the invitation, and thank you all for braving that storm to be here on time. This is not my first time at the Young Awards event. I've been here before, and I must say I'm so impressed that it has been sustained. It has grown into something meaningful, and it has supporters and sponsors, and this new development of StarHub, because the new media is the way to go, and young people like to, access all these devices. Now, as you can see on the screen, I have a business called Etymology. Hands up those who know the meaning of etymology. Right. Don't tell the person next to you. I want those who don't know the meaning of etymology to go home and look it up in a dictionary. You can Google it too. There are dictionaries on Google. When I told my son this is the name of my new business, he said, "Mum, everybody's going to think it's a study of insects and ants, because there's another word very similar, which is entomology, E-N, very similar." So I want you all to learn a new word. It's a very important word for writers. So don't tell your neighbours. Make sure they go home and look for a new word. I've got 5 points I want to get across to you today as takeaways. So the first point is learn new words. To become a writer, you have to know a lot of new, exciting, meaningful words. Words that will create an experience for the reader, something that's memorable. How do you find new words? You have to read more books. Writing is a talent and a skill, but skills need to be developed. So my second point is read more. Read books by other writers who've published with experiences and experiments. Read the newspaper. There are a lot of words in the newspaper these days that have been created, that have become words. Watch TV. There are lots of words mentioned on TV, in shows. Magazines, they're great for learning new words too. And the radio, of course. So learn new words, and if you don't know what they mean, look them up in a dictionary. Ask somebody, what's the meaning of that word? Even my husband does that. He's fluent in Cantonese. His English is not that great. And he'll say to me, what's the meaning of this word? And I say, what's the sentence? Because sometimes a word has a different meaning in different sentences. So ask somebody, talk about it. So first of all, etymology, look it up. Second point, read more, learn new words, and try to use them in your own writing. My third point is, if you want to be a writer, you have to be passionate about it. You have to have a goal. You really have to want to be a writer. You need to say, here I am today, in 5 years' time, I want to have a book that's published, and that is your goal. Anybody can write, but not all can be good authors. It requires skills, talent. If you're talented, you're lucky. Otherwise, you have to work at it to make it happen. The fourth point I want to mention is it's very hard to do this on your own. Writing is a lonely, lonely profession, and you might be groping in the dark. What am I going to write about? If it comes from the heart, it will flow. Of course, you might be very imaginative and have a story to tell, like the Harry Potter stories, all imagination, but great stories. So how do you stay on the right track? This is my fourth point. You need a mentor. That's another new word perhaps for you. What is a mentor? A mentor is somebody who has experience and skills that you can benefit from. Think of all the winners of the awards of Janus Education. Those who've won awards for their books and published books, they can be your mentors. They have the experience of writing and they can guide you. You will be a mentee because you're learning from the experience. A mentor is not a coach, not a teacher. Think of a mentor as if you and your mentor were riding a tandem bicycle. Do you know what a tandem bicycle is? I'm sure many of you have been to the East Coast Park to rent a bike. There are bikes that have seats for two people, one in the front and one behind. Let's imagine you're the mentee, an aspiring writer, and you have a mentor. The mentee on the tandem, this is imaginary, would sit in the front holding the steering wheel. The mentor would be on the seat behind. Why? Because the mentee, you, are going to determine your goal. You're going to steer in the direction you want to go. The mentor will just advise, encourage, share the experience. If you go that way, you'll fall off the bike. If you go that way, you'll enter in the sea. But you have to determine your goal and what you want in life and what you want to write about. And give yourself a time frame, give yourself a topic, and the mentor will help guide you based on their own experience. How do you find a mentor? As I mentioned, we have some winners of past awards, and I just met a young lady here, Nurul, who would be a great mentor because she won one of these prizes some years ago, and now she's at the Polytechnic, is that right? Doing a course on communications. Wow, you see, she has arrived. All the encouragement, the training, the experience that she has had has led her to decide on a career of writing and communications. So young people like that can inspire you and can guide you. And my last point is there is a great event in Singapore where you can meet lots and lots of authors, and it is called the Singapore Writers' Festival, and it takes place around October, November every year. You can go and listen to authors all day long talking about their books, the challenges, the joys, why they did it, how they did it. You can be inspired by them. You can learn from them, and it's free. And maybe one day, one of Catherine's authors can launch a book there too and share experiences. So those are my takeaway points today. Learn new words. Go and look up etymology. It's a very important word. Read more. Read anything. Even TV, listen to radio. They're great ways of listening, learning, using new words. Be passionate. Have a goal. So you want to be a writer? You must decide you're going to do it. When and how. And fourthly, have a mentor. How to find a mentor? They're amongst you. Somebody who inspires you. You want to be like them and do what they've done. So I hope that that has been a small inspiration for you and one way to nurture young writing talent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ong, for those enlightening thoughts on what it takes to nurture young writing talent and for improving our vocabulary. Right, from one labor of love to another, this is really a labor of love as we come now to the launch of Izzati's book. We'd like to welcome on stage now our next special guest, and he will share with us his personal insights into his students' amazing creative journey in the field of photography. The principal of ITE College West, Dr. Yek Tiew Meng.
Mr. Teo Ser Luck, Minister of State, Ministry of Trade and Industry, also Mayor North East CDC, my friend Ms. Catherine Khoo, and also our kind-hearted star, Ms. April Hong. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say boys and girls as well today. Yeah. I'm asked to talk a little bit about living the dreams, and I think my student, Izzati, is living her dreams today. Living the dreams, in many ways, a lot of us here, especially the older folks, to me, are actually living our dreams. The dream was not just one person, but really an entire nation, an entire generation. The dreams that we want to propel a newly formed third world nation 49 years ago into today a prosperous first world country in Singapore. And actually, to me, it embodies for many of us that we are living our dreams. But what does it take to live the dreams? I think vision, leadership, perseverance, hard work, and I think some luck. We actually really don't know for sure. To me, one will only live the dreams when you believe that you are living the dreams. Because to live the dream means that we have to take something from the future, the dream itself, combine it with what we can do today and living it. So in essence, living the dreams means to see and be in the future in the present today. And whatever is happening in your life today, in the past, you can only dream of it. To be able to achieve what we dream of and live the dream also means that not only we need to have clear vision, clear goals, we need to work hard, persevere, and act on the tangibles, living our life today, every day. Here I'd like to share a short story that I heard recently, and I thought it was meaningful. Once a driver actually went to a petrol station to try to top up his petrol, and he noticed a big poster that says, advertising, free drink water today, free petrol tomorrow. So when he saw the poster, he decided to go back and come back again tomorrow. The next day, when he visited, the big poster is still there. It says, free drinking water today, free petrol tomorrow. So he approached the pump attendant, can I have my free petrol? I was here yesterday. The attendant pointed to the poster. He says, our promotion is free drinking water today, free petrol tomorrow, right? So the driver tells the attendant, okay, then I will come back again tomorrow for the free petrol. So another day passed, and the driver is back at the petrol kiosk and asking the attendant, can I have my free petrol now? The pump attendant again pointed to the poster and said, no, our promotion is free drinking water today. You want free petrol, come back tomorrow. The story ends actually. When I was first informed of Izzati, one of our many dear students at ITE College West, and her battle with terminal cancer, like many, I was admittedly deeply saddened by the thought that someone so young has to go through grappling with the notion of life mortality. However, a meeting with this effervescent and courageous young lady quickly turned my sadness into great admiration and utmost respect for her love of life and her willingness to share her love with the world, with all of us. Her disposition to continually move forward, living today, every day, not putting anything to tomorrow, regardless of the future, and also the fighting spirit that she has is really commendable. Her photograph and her photo journal enable us the privilege to peer into her world on what she sees through her eyes, the snapshot of cherished moments that she has captured reflect the who, the where, and what that have shaped her into a valiant, vivacious young lady I have had the pleasure of meeting and calling her my student. I see that today she is living the dreams. Let us all remind ourselves not only to just look forward towards the future, but also to live the present today and cherish the moment that we have to offer to live our dreams. I also have to take this opportunity to thank everyone present here and our partner for working together to provide this opportunity to our student, Ms. Izzati, and assist her with her dreams. Last but not least, I'd like to congratulate my student, Izzati, for the accomplishment through vision, hard work, and perseverance. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yek, for your moving testimonial of Izzati, as well as ITE College West for its continuous support for her artistic work. Truly, the story of a relentless spirit against all odds has found a place in all our hearts. And now, to help launch Izzati's book entitled My Amazing Journey, published by Experiences and Experiments book, we would like to invite Miss Apple Hong, who so generously helped to raise funds and seek sponsors for Izzati's book, to come up on stage. Besides Dr. Ye and Ms. Apple Hong, we are also honoured to have Minister of State, Ministry of Trade and Industry, and Mayor of North East District, where Izzati lives, Mr. Teo Selak, with us today. Can we please invite Mayor Teo on stage?
And ladies and gentlemen, the lady herself. Let's invite Miss Izzati to come up on stage for the book launch.
Let's now have Izzati present a signed copy of her book to our special guest. Now, let's invite Izati to say a few words about her book. Izati, please.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, a bit nervous. I never thought that my dream could come true. The unimaginary things happened to me, just an ordinary person. Never in my life I think I'm going to write a book. Never. But I know I want to do something before my day comes, and in hope of making the world a better place. Inside this book is my journey, my story that I want to share with every one of you. I'm sharing it to help people because I believe behind every hardship there is always a silver lining. And to have hope and continue dreaming and work hard, at the same time enjoy the process of making it a reality. Since young, my life has not been easy. I have to go through a lot of pain to continue my life. But with support with people around me, my families, my friends, and my lecturers and my teachers who are here today and supporting me, I want to promise them one thing. I will keep on fighting and living for my dream, my life, in hope of making a world a better place. Because I can't just dream, I need to make it an action. So this is my first step of making a world a better place for everyone, so no life will spare and wasted. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Izati. I must say that Catherine gave me a copy of your book just the other night, and I pored over the contents. Very moving photojournal. Thank you very much, Izati. Well done. And would also like to thank Mayor Teo, Dr. Yek, and Ms. Apple Hong for gracing our event today, the Young Author Awards. Next up is a video presentation featuring young author pioneer, Ms. Nurul Aiman Binte Said. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I like how I can express myself through words, and other than that, I can't think of anything that I'm particularly good at. And I also like the fact that when you write, you put in your feelings and perspectives into paper, because writing has a charm in it. So YAS has actually helped me to realize my potential in writing because it helps me get my work out there. Apart from it, from my work just being in a classroom environment, there are other people from other schools and families who get to read my story. Academically wise, the works that I submitted for YS has actually helped me to build a portfolio that helped me to get into a polytechnic. Read all these stories that from people who have experienced a lot of other things that are different from mine. And then I get to be inspired by the stories that Puni write. We had to pass our story, I think, around the class or something. I didn't really get very good reviews on it because I didn't do very well on that particular story. I remember looking forward to going for the workshops every week.
Actually, the school that had chosen her to take part in this activity. So it was the school who was the organizing body for this particular activity. So since she was chosen, I just went along with it. And I think it was about 12 sessions. And it was quite intense, done during the school holidays. And she had shown a great deal of excitement going to the classes and coming back. They are all schooling at the moment, so they are in the courses that they enjoy. Iman especially in the mass communications course that she's been really wanting to study and pursue. So I see that, coming from secondary school, having finished that, going into the diploma course, I have seen her coming out of her shell, because the course demands that she stands up in front of everybody and communicates the word, the written word, the spoken word, all of that. And I've seen her growing into a very confident person, and that is enjoyable to watch. And that is what I see as something great, enjoying the lessons, the challenges that come with the lessons.
I think just keep writing. You don't have to write the story or a long novel. When you have the time, just write just 1 or 2 paragraphs or a poem, anything. Just keep writing, because from how I see it, the world is actually this huge empty notebook for you to fill up with your emotions and your perspectives, and then you touch people's hearts with just don't hold back, just keep writing.
Thank you for your kind attention. Now let's give it up for my YA senior, Miss Nurul.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Iman, and now you see me in the flesh. Great, so I just want to start off saying how amazed I am by the amount of talent simmering in this very room. And I think that it's truly fantastic, and I find it an honor to be able to give this speech to all of you here who have written great stories. So I'd like to thank you for that. And thank you, Ms. Koo, for having me here. And mostly what I'll be talking about will be my writing experiences and how far I've come from there. So mostly what is centered around me being featured is the fact that around 7 or 8 years ago, I wrote a story called The Letter, and it was published by Young Authors. And it was that period of time where Indonesia had suffered a terrible tsunami, and my story was just about 2 girls who are pen pals, one from Indonesia and one from Singapore. And then after the tsunami hit, the Indonesian pen pal stopped writing, and the Singaporean pen pal went to look for her. So it was a story about friendship and hope shining above desolation. I enjoyed writing that story. I was in primary school then, and I loved writing above all. So when I went on to secondary school, I wrote more stories. I remember distinctly writing about a silver box and how it was a gift from my grandfather who passed away, and I brought the silver box along with me every day. And then one day it fell out of my pocket. It tumbled into a canal and it floated along with the current, and I had to come, in the story I wrote that I had to come to terms that I didn't need something tangible to remind me of my grandfather, and I could go by my life with the memory of him instead. And that was one of the stories that I wrote. And then when I went on to Polytechnic, I'm in my 2nd year now, just schooling in Republic Poly, I found that I actually didn't really have the time or the energy to generate creative juices to write fictional stories. And when I was in year 1, fresh from secondary school, I attempted to write a short story, but I never got around to finishing it. And it was actually just an observation that I'd made in the supermarket one day. I saw an old man shouting at a fishmonger because the fishmonger hadn't sliced the fish in a way that he wanted. And I remember just standing there and watching the whole incident unfold. And it was at that moment, the liberating moment when you feel an idea forming inside your head and you just stand there and you wait for it to develop. And it's not anything that I can truly explain in words. But I suppose it's a lovely thing how a potential story gets formed right there and then from an observation, from understanding the human condition. But that was all last year, and it's a shame because I would recall how much I used to love writing. In fact, during the time when the video of me was filmed, I wasn't writing anything big, just a few short paragraphs or something, but it wasn't anything really serious. But what I was trying was poetry, and I took that small transition from writing worded essays to penning my thoughts into stanzas. And I was finally writing, and it was something, and it made me happy. And I think that besides writing worded essays or stories or poems, I would say that the only writing that I've been doing a lot lately has been taking down notes for lessons and writing articles, because that's what my course requires me to do. And I think that it's an entirely different feel altogether from being able to write your own fictional stories as opposed to being forced to report facts. And I find it a little sad. But nevertheless, I still find it amazing how a lot of you can come up with stories that you have written. And you are so young. I think you're 11 or 13, and you all write really well. And I encourage you to keep writing, because I remember when I was in primary school, my English teacher, Miss Wan, once told me something along the lines of keeping your creative juices flowing because you're still a kid. So keep writing, because one day when you get older, it would all have dried up. And I hope that you keep that in mind. So write something even if it never gets published. Write to express and not to impress. And all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nurul. You're a born storyteller. And her personal account of her twin hobbies of reading and writing kind of sets the stage nicely for our next special guest, who will outline his organization's ongoing initiative to unite thinkers and writers as one via an online social community. Please welcome the Assistant Vice President of Social Customer Relation Management at StarHub. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darren Chu. Sit down.
Hello, good morning to all of you. Okay, my name is Darren. I take care of the social media for customer service in StarHub. Okay, in StarHub, we are extremely happy to partner with Catherine Khoo and her organization, Janus, for this whole community called the Young Author Club. Okay, now, you know, I take care of social media, so I've been observing the trends of social media. And we found that it has drastically changed the way the young people, you know, has been interacting and reading and spending their time. Okay, you know, and I applaud all of you because instead of spending time playing computer games, you know, on social media, you spend the time reading and writing. I think that is really marvelous. You know, I wish when I read some of your stories, you know, written by primary twos and all, you know, I told my 5-year-old and my 13-year-old, I said, I don't think you can write as well as a primary twos boy here who's written such a wonderful essay. Okay, so I really want to applaud all of you for this. Now, next page, please. Okay, now StarHub Community is like a forum kind of thing. Can I have a show of hands who went into StarHub Community to vote? Excellent. Okay. Now, some of you may not know what it's all about. Well, it is actually a peer-to-peer kind of support. So next time, before you call the call center or visit the shop, you might want to check this out because there are lots of people here helping you to answer all your questions. Otherwise, just tweet us or Facebook us. Now, in StarHub, we believe that we are a hub for the stars. And every one of you, the young people who are writing, to me, you're a star because you know, you dare to write and you dare to express yourself. Okay? And in StarHub, we want to be a hub to link people to the things they love and to people who love the same things. And this is what we are trying to do in StarHub Community when we launched the Young Authors Club. You know, it's a group that we've launched. So if you go to the next page, okay, now which it looks like this in this page. If you Google StarHub Community, okay, the Young Authors Club is prominently featured there. Go in there. Now, why we created this? This is a fabulous platform. You know, I'm a person who loves local books, and my favorite writer is Catherine Lim. I told Catherine Khoo, but my next favorite author will be Catherine Khoo. If you ever read her book, it's fabulous. I've been so inspired by her. And one of the excerpts inside there, she said, she longs one day to have a community of writers. Am I right? Yes, and I'm so happy because and Startup community can well be that community of writers, and not just locally, not just offline like this, but online. And that's where you can link at anybody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not just Singapore, but the rest of the world as well. And that's what's so beautiful about this platform here that we've created. Here you can chit-chat, literally chit-chat with Catherine herself. We talk about building your career to be a writer. You need lots of encouragement, lots of tips. And we have seen that some of the students, they have written short articles in there, short paragraphs, and Catherine will be there as well as other people going there to encourage them. So I encourage all of you, instead of writing lots of books and long books, just write short paras, short stories. Go in there, post it up, and you see how the community respond to it and encourage your writing. And that's what it's all about. Ask them. These are all the other helpers that are branded in the community to accompany Catherine, that you can ask them questions about their life journey of being a writer. Ask them for tips. How do they feel? How do they overcome the problems that they face to become so successful? Go in there and chit-chat with them. Okay, so this partnering together with Janus, and we are extremely happy with this. Now, this whole thing is, StarHub has this thing called Booktique. Anybody have heard of Booktique before? Okay, good. So this is our e-bookstore, okay, whereby we really want to support local authors. And it's wonderful that we can partner with Janus because you are the next generation of young authors in Singapore. We know how difficult it is to publish a book, but these days and age is all about electronic publishing, right? So we are very happy that for the whole 38 contestants who have participated in the contest, we are publishing them. And I think it's about 5 or 6 already published, so by October all should get published on this ebook store. So if you want to read the full book after you read the excerpts of it, okay, now then you can buy the whole book online as well. So go online to the Startup community, you can read the excerpts. For those who have not read the rest of the 38 contestants, I think they're fabulous readings, okay? Next one, please. Okay, so the Community Favourite Award is quite interesting. All the 38 entries were posted out online, and then the community came in to vote. Okay, and later on we'll see who are the winners. All right, next one, please. Okay, the contest is extremely successful. I'm so pleased with the results. It's amazing. We've got over 1,000 people who came in to vote as well as comment on all the contestants' writings. And it's really very successful. We gathered more than 1,002 votes, and the top voters have 175 votes. And altogether, there are 5,000 people viewing the pages. It's an extremely interesting contest platform to show that actually there's a lot of interest within the community in Singapore to support local writing. I think we should draw encouragement to this, where there's so many people supporting all of you here. Imagine 1,000 people that we couldn't accommodate in this place, voting for all of you. Next one, please. And when we publish it on our Facebook page, okay, we have a sensational 1,000 over Facebook likes. So in other words, it's not just restricted to people who went into the community to vote for you. On our wider Facebook audience, over 1,000 people are also supporting your cause that you're fighting for, to breed the next generation of thinkers and writing. In this generation where social media is so dominant, computer games is so dominant, you are fighting against the trend for the next generation. Okay, and I feel that it's very important for you, for the young people, even though, besides writing or publishing books as a career, truth is, if you're in the industry, you realize how important writing skills are. You can be a copywriter, you can be a person in marketing communications, corporate communications. There are many, many jobs that require you storytelling skills. Even giving any sort of presentations, any case, you need storytelling skills. So push on, okay? It's a very good skill to pick up, young people. Next one. And okay, this is just a snapshot to show you how it looks like, the platform. Go in there, pick a topic, all right? People are writing interesting articles. Go in there, the respond. You yourself can contribute there. Write a short excerpt about some observation that you did in some supermarkets, some trains, and practice your writing skills. Let Catherine or the rest of the young authors come in to encourage you and to cheer you on in your writing endeavor. Okay, with that, I would like to thank you all very much for your participation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chu, for your speech. At this juncture, we would like you to present the inaugural Book 8 Community Favourite Award, which is jointly presented by StarHub Community and Janus Education.
This year, the Young Author Awards, in collaboration with StarHub Community, launched a community campaign, and the public voted for their favourite stories.
After weeks of intense voting, third place goes to Tasha Nadia Mackenzie with 121 votes. She wins a Xiaomi handset courtesy of StarHub.
Congratulations. And in second place with 136 votes, we have Tan Ren Ying. She too wins a Xiaomi handset from StarHub.
And finally, we are pleased to announce the winner with a whopping 175 votes is Ang Zhixuan, who is not here yet. She wins an Asus Platform LTE from StarHub.
Now, her winning story will be published by Experiences and Experiments Books. In addition, she will receive 50 copies of it.
Congratulations to Zhixuan. Once again, you can log on to StarHub Community at community.starhub.com. You're strongly encouraged to join our very own Young Author Club Interest Group, which is featured prominently on its homepage. We are just a click away.
Wow, that's a great plug for the open group.
We hope that everyone has had a sumptuous break. On a day like this, where many of you will be receiving awards, it's imperative to remember the importance of giving back.
Indeed, as part of the social responsibility cognate of the Young Author Awards, a few of our young authors took part in a writing workshop to mentor their peers last week.
As you can see from the pictures, the Writing Buddies project, a collaboration between Janus Education Services and Tan Chin Tuan Foundation, saw our finalists engaging in literary activities with children from 4 beneficiaries. This meaningful initiative even received press coverage from the Straits Times.
So, without further ado, let's invite the CEO of Tan Chin Tuan Foundation, Ms. Yap Su Yin, to give us her take on this program.
Good morning, I'm very happy to be here. My name is Su Yin and I'm the CEO of the Tan Chin Tuan Foundation. I'm delighted that you're wearing the shirts that we designed for you. Yeah, it has a book cover in the front and also the back of the book at the back. Did you notice? Yes. And the project that I started at the foundation is called More Than Words. It's not only a project to encourage children to read and write and communicate better with one another, but also it is about linking the generations together. Older children helping younger children, volunteering, adults with skills in reading, communication, storytelling, sharing those creative juices with our young aspirants. Well, on 5th of June, which happened to be my birthday as well, we had a full-day creative writing workshop for almost 60 children from 4 charities: Fei Yue, FSC, Lakeside, Family Services. There was also New Life Community Services. And what was the last one that we had? It was PPIS, right? Yes, Student Center. The children illustrated and wrote stories on the theme Singapore 2114, My Dream, Our Vision. For children that need help along the way, what is their dream for the future of Singapore? What are your hopes? Are we going to go to school the same way? Will there still be McDonald's? Yes. Life will be very different, but life will also be very sweet when we continue to care about one another. So even though the workshop was just one day, I'm encouraging the children to continue writing. Those who only drew in the workshop, write. The whole of your June holidays is still before you. We still have half time. Don't just watch football. I know it's on now. I watch the games as well. But write about what you dream of the future. Send it to me. You've met Shabila, who's going to raise her hand now. Yes, okay. And or send it to your teachers at the charities, and they will send it to us, and we will edit your story. What we're going to do is we're going to publish their works in a collection, and hopefully it'll be in time for the National Day celebrations. Would that be a good idea? Yeah, okay. So I would like also to make special thanks to Janus Education, the young authors at Janus Education that volunteered on that day. It was a wonderful effort on their part. It was the first time they met with the children, and I gather that it could be quite challenging sometimes when you meet someone for the first time. But they hung on, and we really appreciate their effort. I'm very glad that today we can be here. I can be here to be at the Young Author Awards. I hope that one day all 60 of you will also be a young author. We've got some very good role models for you to follow. Okay, without further ado, I think we can move on to the next part of the program where I'm going to give out certificates to our participants.
Right, thank you very much, Ms. Yap. So, we now invite the 12 YAA finalists who attended the workshop last week on stage now to recognize their efforts towards social responsibility. Lo Shuk Yi. As I call your name, please come forward and join us on stage. Next is Jaden Tan. Jaden. Over here, right in front. Next name, Go Si Yoon. Jaden. Ning Jun Kam. Chang Jun Wei. Malcolm Tan.
Wait for a while.
Jillian Hong. Caleb Goh. Sharifa Safia Hanim Al-Junid. Chua Hui Suan. Sophie Tan. and Shastik Kumaran. This is just one of the many photo opportunities for this morning. None have to be wasted because they all go into magazines and journals and whatever. One more. Okay, thank you very much. Let's send them off stage with a nice round of applause.
And now, let's invite the beneficiaries up on stage to receive their certificates of participation from Miss Yap.
Names attending the Young Authors Awards. Hold on. From
PPIS Student Care, Adrian Sajid bin Mohamad,
Akasha Danish bin Muhammad Al Farouk. Ooh, look at him sauntering on stage. Wow. Yaya Oni.
Nur Sakina binti Abdullah,
Hold on. Let me adjust my eyes. Zahir Rufaq bin Muhammad Hazimin. Sorry if we pronounce your names wrong. Come and tell us about it.
Hanisya Kirin binti Abdullah,
Muhammad Noor Zikri bin Muhammad Zuri. Siaming.
Siamain binti Sharil,
Khalifa Al Muhaimin bin Muhammad Al Farouk. How come I'm getting the tough ones?
Nur Amira binti Rahmat,
Another jawbreaker. No Puternasha binte Abdul Rahman. Puternasha. Yeah, I said it right.
Nurin Nadira binti Ibrahim,
Hold on. I'm here, right? You've just done this one.
yeah.
Putri Irani binte Muhammad Kamil.
Putri Maisara binti Zohari,
Next, from the Fei Yu. Oh, okay, we'll wait for the next group. Because the stage is getting a little crowded already. Group. Yes, a wide smile. It's going to be in CinemaScope. Thank you very much. Careful, mind the steps. Okay, now from Fei Yu Family Service Center, Bukit Batok.
Pavan Ram,
Chua Leng. Chua Ling.
Chua Hui Hock.
Bella Feline Neo Rui Ting. That's a very exotic name. Another one.
Felinia Neo Rui En.
Must be sisters, huh? And one more. Sherwin Neo Hao Jun. Ah, that's the boy.
Ong Shi Er.
Ong Xie. Huh? Fei Yuan. Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Fei, what's Fei?
Fei Yue, I think.
Fei Yue. Okay.
Something like that, lah. Okay.
Where are we? Martin Hafia bin Kazmani. Eh?
Na Syaramita Binte Safari. Now? Shazirin Sazli bin Abdul Rizam. Where?
Shanik.
Oh,
Okay. Shanik Siamir bin Abdul Rizam. That one's
Lu Jin Kai.
Sharidan Saya bin Abdul Rizam. And there's one more. You better read that.
Suryan Raj Edward.
How do you say this name again? Fei Yu.
Fei Yue, I think.
Fei Yue. Recognize him.
Okay, ready, everybody? Come here.
And those are the TCTF beneficiaries from Fei Yue Family Service Center. I hope I said that correctly. Now, a representative from the Lakeside Family Services to collect all the certificates on their behalf. Violet Sim, Head, Lakeside Before and After School Care. Thank you very much, Ms. Sim and Ms. Yap. And before we come to the much-awaited awards ceremony, we'd like to formally announce the start of the new batch of Young Author Awards for this year and next, 2014-2015. Let's invite all our special guests and Ms. Koo to come on stage for the launch. All our special guests. Everybody, which means everybody, yes. Oh, 3, 2, 1, pull, or whatever. Oh, like that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now the next year's YAA has been launched. Ziling, as a former YAA finalist, would you like to tell us about the criteria?
Sure. To qualify, the stories must be in English and be at least 2,000 words. The genres are as follows: Ghosts and Ghosts, Animal Tales, Magic and Fantasy, Mystery and Adventure, Asian Tales, Science Fiction, and Heartwarmers.
And please be reminded that the deadline for entries is on 30th September 2014. Students who have attended the Young Authors Scheme will automatically have their stories submitted into the Young Author Awards. For inquiries and submission of entries, drop by this website, www.catherineku.sg/YAA. Hope you're taking notes.
Moving on, we have a video installed for you. Our 38 finalists obviously love writing very much. But how did this passion for writing begin? Watch and find out.
Tired of waving goodbye, you kept out of sight, lost in confusion. Still, I don't know why you covered your eyes as It's just a matter of time, just a matter of time before you open your eyes. Just a matter of finding a way to your heart. It's just a matter of time. I just want to show you I've got so much love inside of me. I love these dreams that I keep buried deep inside the heart of me. I just want to show you I've got so much love inside of me. I love these dreams that I keep buried deep inside the heart of me. I love these dreams that I keep buried deep inside the heart of me. Oh, it gets so hard to see you pass me by. All I want is to be alone with you tonight. It's just a matter of time, just a matter of time before you open your eyes. Just a matter of finding a way to your heart. It's just a matter of time. I just want to show you I've got so much love inside of me. I love these dreams that I keep buried deep inside the heart of me. I just want to show you I've got so much love inside of me. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Quite inspiring, isn't it? The journey of a young author. Now, Ziling, 2 years ago, when you were a finalist in this award show, what inspired you? Was there any dream or particular inspiration you can share with us?
Well, obviously, I liked writing a lot. And during the age that I started to write this story, I was exposed to a lot of books, mainly the genre magic and fantasy. Of course, there's the classic Harry Potter, and also some other books that I just picked up along the way. Yeah, so from there, I've actually created this fantasy world of my own and just wrote it down.
Great. You know, I have a granddaughter exactly her age, maybe a little older, and I tell you, but she's not as chatty as you. Okay, what's next? Oh, hold on, let me give you my cue. I'll back announce that again. It was fascinating to learn from our young authors' inspiration and dreams, wasn't it, Ziling?
Yes, and for some of them, those dreams are about to be realized, as we will now announce the winner of this year's YAA.
And we will be awarding 20 merit prizes, as well as the top 3 prizes for the best stories.
Let's not forget 2 special prizes for Best Cover Illustration and Best Dedication.
And winners, once you're called, we're requesting that your parents and your teachers accompany you on stage for a photo opportunity. All right? So we would like to invite Izati to come on stage to award our winners.
We will begin with our special awards, starting off with Best Dedication. This award has been selected based on content, construction, and heartfelt inspiration. And the winner for Best Dedication is Brian Ong from Newtown Secondary School for his book, Not Yet Dead. Fortunately, he is not here today.
Never mind. His work has been recognized. Moving on now, let's give out the Best Cover Illustration Award. The Best Cover Award is judged based on concept, design, perspective, and overall relation to the story it was created for. And the winner is Eliora Joseph from Marymount Convent School for her story titled Safe and Sound. Where are the parents, teachers, and the whole entourage? No?
Congratulations, winners, and thank you, Izati. We will now move on to the Merit Prize winners. Let's invite Dr. Yek up on stage again to hand out the Merit Prizes. Once again, we request that the winners, their parents, and their school representatives come out on stage for a photo opportunity. Our Merit Prize winners are called in no particular order. Timothy Ong, Anglo-Chinese School, Barker, with his book, Sacrifices. Who is also not here today.
Jaden Tan, Anglo-Chinese School, Barker, The Lightning Ghost. Congratulations.
Next, Shakira Zulaika, Corporation Primary School, I Love You, Dad.
Thank you, Shakira. Next, Tan Run Ying from Henry Park Primary School, The Right Thing.
Congratulations, Ren Ying. Next, Malcolm Tan, Jurong West Primary School, The Antidote.
Dana Chia, Juying Primary School, for her work titled Kailila. Dana, accompanied by her mummy.
Next up, Nadia Lee, Methodist Girls' School, The Pill.
Mummy, is it mummy? Don't be shy. Join in. Well done, Nadia. Next up, Shivani Pandey, Pioneer Primary School, for a work titled Past Can Ruin an Innocent Life.
Next, Ang Zhi Xuan, West Grove Primary School, Kingdom of the Cats.
She's the one, right? She's the one. Can I just interrupt for a second? Ziswen was not here for her earlier presentation. Can you stay on stage with us, Ziswen? Come back.
It's for the Bukit Community Favorite Award. You actually got first prize.
We'd like Mr. Darren Chu from StarHub to present that prize. It's a StarHub product. Let's see, it's a phone, right? It's what phone is this?
Asus Pet Phone LTE.
LTE.
And 50 copies of a published book.
Well done. Dr. Yak. I think she's not here, right? The last recipient on my list is also absent, Xia Yun Sin, Nanyang Primary School, for her work, The Machine. We'd like to thank Dr. Yak very much. Thank you, sir, for helping us out. And now I would like to invite Mrs. Trina Ong to come back on stage to hand out the 10 remaining merit prizes.
In no particular order, the winners are Nathaniel Ang, Anglo-Chinese Primary, the numbers game.
Well done, Nat. Next up, Caleb Lowe, Catholic High Primary. And this is for his work, Detective Addison and the Smuggler's Murder. Wow.
Next, Teresa Isabel A. York from Philippines, Manila, with her story, A Snow Leopard's Journey, who is not here today.
We have a representative to collect on her behalf. Okay. Miss Aina. Miss Aina from Manila. Is she collecting for the rest as well? Yes, okay. The other two absentees, also from Manila, Vito Martin, with his work, or is it his work, The Archangels.
And Marco Ayala, Black Glass.
All those three names from Manila. Anusha Lalani, Overseas Family School, who is also absent. Her work, The Keepers.
Next, Sharifa Safia Hanim Aljunid, Crescent Girls School, with her work, Desperation.
Chua Hui Suen, Rulang Primary School, Impending Disaster. Wow.
Tasha Nadia Mackenzie, Rulang Primary School, The Nail on the Sepulchre.
And also from Rulang Primary School, Ryan Lim. The Case, White as Snow. Congratulations to all our Merit Prize winners, and thank you, Mrs. Ong. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
To give out the top 3 awards, a round of applause, please, for the founder of these awards, Miss Catherine Khoo.
The third prize winner for this year's Young Author Awards is Eliora Joseph from Marymount Convent School. Her story, Safe and Sound. Third prize.
Congratulations, Eliora. And now, for our second prize winner is Juliana Blas, St. Paul's Passaic, with her story, Waiting for Arthur.
Well done, Juliana. Last but by no means least, our top prize winner who receives a $500 cash prize. The winner is Sophie Tan from Broderick Secondary School with her story, Artificial Fire.
We would like Sophie to, sorry.
Oh, hold on. All right.
We would like Sophie to stay up on stage to say a few words.
Sophie, in your moment of victory, please share your thoughts with us.
All right, stand. You just say something.
Hi. So, if in case you haven't noticed, I'm not in my school uniform, which I now regret. But I really can't believe it. I didn't think that I would get first prize. I actually was just prepared to come here to just get merit award or something like that. So I'm kind of surprised. Thank you.
Thank you, and once again, congratulations, Sophie Tan. I'd like to thank Ms. Koo and offer big congratulations to our special and merit prize awardees and top prize winners. So well done, and to all of you we say welcome to the roster of winning young authors who have proven once again that kids can write.
With that, we have come to the end of the Young Author Awards 2013-2014, and we look forward to seeing all of you again next year. Keep writing and pursuing your passion.
Thank you very much, Zee Ling.